Good morning. Let's meditate. I was thinking every day I learn a lot and I may forget a lot, but forgetting is not necessarily bad. Just leave it alone. When I learn a lot, I like to accentuate by picking some of the moment and may post a video just to reinforce the learning and capture the moment. And when I write the description afterward, I think about it. It takes lots of time actually. What I said and what it means, what's the point. Talking is easy, it's very spontaneous, but summarizing and making sense of it may take time. But I think it's good, just like any experience. Of course, the thing you don't need, you can forget it. Like I mentioned about Einstein's word, just ignore it. But it may not be easy at times because of the various impact. But if you realize nothing can be done, it is what it is, just let go, and that's the way to settle on its own. And the ones that I pick, wisdom, compassion, good word, interesting, I like to capture it. As I said, reinforce it. I may make video for my own sake and possibly for others who may have or who may relate to such experience, so that we can retain the key and forego what is not fit, at least at the moment, letting go. When I go through this process over and over, I realize what's retained is like I use the analogy of tree to life. What's retained is like a trunk, stem, the key part of the tree, and what's not necessary is like letting go of the broken branches or leaves which has no use because it's in the dark spot or some such situation. Not for the liveliness of tree or my life to move on, so that what lessons learned and what is to forget is being done, in my view, in a very biological manner, which means not using the mind. Therefore, in samadhi, no mind, that takes place as if self-organizing on its own. And the mind's not much involved in it. Mind rather be quiet and calm, so that we have a space, time to let things to resolve or reorganize itself. And the meditation, being the state of samadhi, no mind, no self, is the way to do it. And when we do that, we may realize something like a wisdom idea popping up. So it's a dynamic process of how we live life, encountering different events, the information, and from time to time or continuously, our mind and body is processing, selecting, or automatically resolving to come up with the way to settle so that the information that's important may be stored in certain place, and the information that's not necessary for now may be stocked in different location. And as needs arise, we can pick those up and process it. And it's done without our effort, effortless effort, following the laws of nature to help us being our self-identity, as find in our mind. But again, the root is the way of universe, as in the tree analogy of this life. The root is the core of our being. I call it nature's way, but you can call it's your God. Infinite wisdom and compassion potential is down the ground, and the root is to find it, as if to find life out of the dust of the universe, and then the seeds are born, and then the root, stem, and trunk, branches, and growth happens. And each life will be seen like the tree growth, and somehow, because of the interaction with other trees, or even other species, or anything, the information captured may be shared and passed on to something else in their DNA, possibly. And the others may be seen as the community or nation or the whole humanity that we may interact, passing information, knowledge, wisdom, compassion, or lack of it. Anyway, being passed on, so that as a whole, the way of nature keep on going. As it would, it's just like the play of nature beyond our comprehension. So what does the quiet mind or no mind do? Help resolving the process so that the mind doesn't work or do itself whatever they want on their own, but has a connection to the root. Root may be called as heart. So there's alignment of the mind function connected to the root to bring out this tree, healthy tree. So every tree, like each of us is representing a tree, may grow on its own given the environment, do their best. Some trees go faster or slower in certain direction, or some may be very slow, lack of nutrition in the soil, or whatever the case that may be. It's just the nature's way. It is what it is. Our job may be, given the situation, setting, resources, and whatever we got inside, to utilize the best, like a Zen kick and full utilization of talent, and find the way, find the mission of life, somehow aligned to the way of nature, also relating to each other with other people or species, interacting. Interpenetration. And as a whole, we may evolve, as each may evolve. And we work on it. We may not know what the result is because everything is impermanent. Given that, accepting that, we do our own part as we listen to the heart and use the brain and find the mission. Knowing what's important, critical, and get rid of or let the delusion on the side, just ignore or let go. So heart is at the center. And we have heart, each of us heart. And within each, we have this mini universe and mini universe that relate to each other and influencing each other, even to the cell level or possibly below that. That's one way to put that the whole body is I, or all the sensory process going on. In Keigon philosophy, it's called the Jijimuge. Ji means event and another event. Muge means interpenetration, relating to each other. So at the cell level and all the levels below or above, we have this interaction going on. To me, that's the way of the universe or the way of nature. It's beyond our mind comprehension. That's how we came here. We are alive. We pass away. And this law of nature keeps on going, and that's our heart. There's no ego, no thinking. It's just the way. I think it was Shakespeare talked about thinking makes it good and bad. But without thinking, it's as it is. So meditation is a way to connect to the heart, how it functions as a source of who we are, nature's way, a way of God, if you like, and we are obedient, as Master Eckhart point, be obedient. Or in samadhi is that obedience, not to the authority, but to the way of nature. Just connecting to that. I hear and feel the heart beating. I see, feel the tingling sensation. Simply breathing air, get the energy, oxygen in, and empower my whole cells in the body. That points the connection to the heart. It's a miracle of life. Let's be obedient to the miracle of life. That's what I'm picking up from Meister Eckhart. Or in Myokonin's case, be obedient to the vow of Amida and you let go. Meditation may remind us those as we spend time to be quiet. Thank you. Have a good day. May all beings be happy. Connection to your heart. Connection to our heart. We all have one. Connected